In the previous episode, we learned that Liam has reincarnated into a new body in One Piece, and now he had joined Luffy's crew, and currently they are searching for Zoro. So let's get started with today's episode, and I am really pumped to tell you about the journey that Liam is going to have with the Straw Hats, and it's going to be amazing. So let's get started with the second episode of Vice Captain of Straw Hat Pirates, and here we go. So this guy Zoro, do you know anything about him, Liam? Luffy looked at Liam and asked as they walked on the street of Sail's town. Well, he's strong, hunts pirate so that he can earn enough money to wander around the blue sea, and wears a green headband when he gets serious. Liam made an expression as if he was thinking, but we all know that Liam already knew all of this, so he just had to fake the expression in front of Luffy. By the way, I heard some rumor about this town. I'm going to check it while you two go and ask him to join. Liam said goodbye to Luffy and hurriedly left. He had something else in his mind, and so he had to leave right now. I wonder what he wants to do, Luffy mumbled as they continued their journey in the street. Maybe he only joined your crew so that he will get a chance to stay on that boat to this place, Kobe responded. He still doubts Liam, and he felt like Liam was using the innocence of Luffy against him. He won't leave us. Luffy shook his head and they continued moving toward the marine base. Luffy had the gut feeling that Liam won't betray him, so he was sure about that. At this moment, Liam was also heading toward marine base, but he went from the back door. He had some other business with the marines. Although this marine base is on the East Blue, the people from headquarters do come here. And ex-Hand Morgan was also powerful marine, not much powerful but still good enough. My objective here is to find a training method. Although I do remember that the training process that Kobe and Helmeppo went through, I still want to check if there is something more. If I can find something better, it would be amazing, but if I don't, then it would still be okay. It's worth trying. That was Liam's thought as he sneaked into the marine base from back door. Just when he was passing through a door, he saw a girl with orange hair running around. That's Nami. Should I go check? Liam thought to himself and shook his head. Currently, Nami doesn't trust anyone. Only Luffy can get into her head right now. So Liam had no intention of offending her or interacting with her right now. Liam also sneaked further without letting any marines see him. As he went through different doors, rooms, he saw Zoro's sword. This room belonged to Helmeppo. He gave those sword a deep look and searched the room. Found it! He cheered with a smile when he finally found a gun. For protection, a gun is still better than having nothing. That being said, while holding it, his hands shook a little. Before coming to this world, he had never held a gun. He was not from a country where gun was common between citizens, and this was a real gun. He took a deep breath and went out. He searched several rooms and eventually reached Morgan's room, but he didn't go in. Instead, he waited in another room. He looked outside the window and found that Luffy wasn't there anymore. That means Luffy has already returned and he will soon arrive. Most of the marines were still on the top of the building. He knew that if Luffy was there, he would still be visible with Zoro, but right now there was only Zoro. Luffy had already left, so he decided to look through that room. He decided to find if he could find something important. As he looked through all those small things like documents and wardrobes, he eventually found a paper. It was inside a dustbin, so he had to go there and picked it up. This does not look like a normal paper. Why is it thrown in a bin? Liam unfolded the paper and his eyes widened. He threw the paper on the bin and shouted in his ear, "Damn it, it was just an empty paper. I really need to keep my expectation low." At this moment, he was still guided by the reincarnation theme, because he believed that there would be some kind of good encounter if he just search it, but that's obviously not going to happen. So he was very sad at this moment, but eventually he overcome it, and he finally heard the door opening, and that door belonged to the Captain Morgan's door. That's the reason why he did not enter that room. He did not move, but he rather waited till he could not hear the footstep, and as he finally stopped hearing the footstep, he opened the door, and suddenly a stick struck his head. Ow! Ow, 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 that hurts! Liam shouted in pain, but immediately closed his mouth as he realized that he was still in a marine base. He turned around and saw Nami standing next to the door while holding the stick. Why did you hit me? Liam felt a bump on his head and angrily shouted, "You are not a marine?" Nami suspiciously looked at him and asked, "Of course not. What the hell is your problem?" "Damn it, it hurts." Liam touched the bump on his head and found it still hurts. After all, he just got struck on his head by Nami's full strength. "Who are you? Don't tell me you came to Red Marine Base as well," Nami asked, but she suddenly shook her head and muttered, "You can't even bear the pain of a normal hit. How can you have the guts to raid them? Anyway, if Marine finds out that you aren't one of them, they will kill you. So leave." Saying so, she turned around and ran away. Liam did not even get to ask anything. He heard the footstep coming toward him, and he hurriedly rushed into one of the rooms. "Ah, don't shoot!" After a minute, he heard a scream of "Help, Mappo," which widened his eyes. He immediately rushed out of the room and saw Luffy holding Helmeppo hostage. "Ah, Liam!" Luffy's eyes widened when he saw Liam. He did not expect Liam to be here. Before the soldier could turn around, Liam dashed toward them and punched the back of their heads with all of his strength. The soldiers had just turned their head when his fist landed on their fist. "Ow, ow, 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 that hurts!" Liam screamed in pain as he rushed forward. He was still feeling the pain in his hands. After all, he used all of his strength in that strike. "Don't tell me you got hurt by punching them." "Ha ha ha ha, you are so funny." Luffy's reaction made Liam punch him, but knowing that it would only hurt himself, he restrained his feeling. "If you are searching for Roronoa's sword, I saw them in his room." Saying so, Liam took Luffy to Helmeppo's room. "There are 3 swords here. Which should I take?" Luffy asked. He dropped Helmeppo since he had no use of him right now. "All of them belong to him," Liam said while moving toward the windows. His eyes widened as he shouted, "Luffy, Marines are going to shoot Kobe and Zoro. You need to fly out from here." "What?" Luffy rushed toward the window and while holding 3 swords. When he saw Marines raising their weapons at Zoro and Kobe, he simply jumped out of the window with his Gum rocket. Liam sighed and walked out of the room. He left Helmeppo there since he doesn't plan to get involved with that. He saw a few Marines here and there, but eventually got out of the Marine base. When he came out, he saw Helmeppo running out of the building while holding the gun. He laughed and shook his head. He didn't need to be there. He looked up into the sky and thought, maybe I don't need to follow this route. I'm a straw hat now. I can change many things. The only thing I don't know if those things are going to affect the future or not. Liam heavily sighed and looked at his skinny body. Anyway, I need to start training. After getting going Mary, I should start training with Zoro. I know a little bit of observation haki, so I can also try it, but it would be hard. I also need to find a devil fruit. If I am lucky enough, I'll find a devil fruit, but since Straw did not encounter any devil fruit on their journey, it would be really hard. I might have to try something else. Stop! Right there! Who are you? What are you doing? Suddenly a Marine base soldier raised his gun at Liam and shouted from the back, Come no bullet! Bang! When Liam heard those words, he raised both of his hands and turned around. Your captain has lost against mine. Do you still want to fight? Hearing his words, the soldier didn't believe, but when he heard the Marines cheering loudly, he dropped his weapon and jumped up in the air. Hooray! Marines getting help from pirates. No wonder Oda had to make this story so lighthearted. There are too many dark themes that I don't even like to explore in this world. Liam muttered as he slowly walked away. Hey Liam! We got a new crew member! Luffy raised both of his hands as he shouted. Zoro also turned around and saw him. When Zoro saw Liam coming from the marine base, he narrowed his eyes. What was he doing in their base? Oh, Liam was there even before I went to find your swords, but he is very weak and didn't came to fight earlier. Luffy laughed as he explained to Zoro. Captain, I'm only weak because I haven't trained. You are not allowed to make fun of my strength. Liam pouted and looked at Zoro while extending his arm. Nice to meet you. My name is Liam. I'm a resourceful guy. Oh, nice to meet you too. Zoro also extended his hand, but before they could shake, he fell to the ground. His stomach grumbled. Liam crouched down and tried to lift Zoro on his shoulder. I can walk. Zoro pushed him away as he barely stood up. Well, that's your choice. Anyway, Luffy, let's go eat something. I am hungry. He's also hungry, and you are always hungry. With that, Straw Hats are finally 3, and Luffy finally got his 3rd crew member. So with that, let's end this video right now. This is the 2nd chapter of Vice Captain of Straw Hat Pirate fanfiction that I wrote, and I'm really excited to share more episode 2 with you guys. But if you are in a hurry, if you want to read it, you can also check out the link below, and don't forget to like this video. Also subscribe if you want to wait for more. There will be hopefully a new video every single day. Don't forget to subscribe and press the notification bell, and see you in the next video.